Hello, we're looking at await, and I've got some code here which produces different results each time. As you can see, I've run it the first 3 times and it prints 3 lines. The fourth time it prints 2 lines. I'll just run it. There we go. Another time it prints 2 lines, 3 lines, three, 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 two. So let's actually look at the code, and we're using Tokio async. We're returning a result, or we're processing the error. Here, first line always prints, so it's async, and we're using await. So async returns a future, and if you use await with the future, everything's good. If we don't use await, the future returns and nothing happens. It's just a future. A future is an object, but it's nothing that actually is. It's nothing that actually gets used, processed. Tokio task spawn. This line prints sometimes based on how long it takes to run. This line prints, but it may or may not be the last line. So it always prints, but it depends on whether this line prints or not. If I come here and I uncomment this, the line that never printed, now that I'm adding await, it will print. See, it said it never prints. This line. This line prints now. Okay. Okay, so this line, we need to also put the await. There, I've added question mark. If I didn't use that, I'd needed to have used unwrap. Let me take it out, and we get a warning. If I just run that. This result may be an error variant, which should be handled. So we go back here, and we'll put in the question mark, which basically bubbles up the error. So when we recompile that, the error will bubble up to here, and the error, which is made available by using the anyhow crate, will deal with it. So let's run that. That's got rid of the error. Right, so let's just go and look at the last bit. So that line always runs. So the variable now is this Tokio task spawn async await. And now we've added that, we should always get the same result, and we do. And that's because we've added in the await. So I'm still learning this, but I just wanted to capture it and just show you what I am experimenting with in case it's of interest. I'll put this code in the Rust playground. Probably the best thing to do is run it locally because you'll need to import Tokio and add the features. But there's an example of using await. So without the await, it sometimes comes back before. And there it doesn't. So first line, this line prints now. This line always prints, but it may or may not be the last line. So here it's the last line, and there it wasn't. So I think probably the best way to start learning this is to actually experiment, because you actually get a feel for it, because it is time sensitive. If something doesn't complete, then you get a different response. Um, so it's not always something that you can kind of get an intuitive feel for from a book. However, the book obviously gives you the theory that you'll need to grasp to understand it all. Um, so I actually got this from a book. It was a Manning Press one, I believe. So the Manning Press one didn't have that. Didn't have that. What else didn't have? Yeah, the Manning Press version also didn't have the result either. So, um, and also, yeah, it said this line doesn't print, and it didn't have the await there. You see the impl future output. Again, just to reiterate, that is the same as what we've got up here virtually, but it's what we've got up here, just the async, is the syntactic sugar for all of this. Um, I've been trying to hang on to the coattails of John Jangset with his video on it. I've watched about the first half an hour, so um, there we go. 2 lines, 3 lines. I'll put the link in the video description. Thumbs up, leave a comment. Say this is me experimenting, and hopefully it gives you some inspiration to experiment as well. So await, anyhow, async, Tokio. If you've used Axum, then you'll probably most likely have used Tokio, or you certainly will have done. So it's good to get some practice in with Tokio as well, rather than just kind of copying and pasting. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon.